My grandmother, I wish I would listen to my grandmother a lot more in regards to that. Because she would say things and I didn't listen. I introduced her to one of my boyfriends one time and she said, I said, Grandma, what you think? And she's gone home to be with the Lord now. But she said, well, he looks like he has a lot on his mind. I didn't catch it at first. I'm like, what does she mean? She was basically trying to say he's juggling a lot, baby girl. Let him go. Let him go. He got a lot on his mind. He's doing too much. You ain't the only one. But I ain't listened to a lot of stuff because at that moment I'm like, Grandma, he the one. Grandma, he the one. What's up, everybody? This is Fantasia. I am out doing my own thing independently. And right now I'm chilling with MadameNoire in this room. What love means to me: honesty, loyalty, caring. You have to be, because love is everybody wants it, but it's work. You have to work at it. So for me, you have to be loving, caring, and honest to have that type of love, that real love. I've had a lot of bad relationships. I'm not gonna say bad, I'm gonna say they were necessary. Like, I had to go through those relationships, but yeah, family, friends, and just having that significant other, I think it all shows you what love truly should be. And I think that some people don't sit back and realize what they had to learn from the experience. So you keep going through the same old stuff and dealing with the same old people because you're not sitting back and analyzing, okay, what should I have learned from that? What did I not like from that situation? So some do, some don't. And that's why you still have people, you know, who are a lot older than me, still walking up to me saying, how do I find love? Can't find love, can't da-da-da-da. And I think that some people don't learn from the situations. We keep going with the same patterns and you get the same results. Did I just preach that sermon or what? Yeah. Can we send around a collection plate? I'm just playing. Of course, nobody wants to be hurt when it comes to love. You don't want to be hurt. Because when you love somebody and you open up, like, it's it. It's it. Like, it's all, you know what I mean? We all in. Don't hurt me. Don't do nothing to me wrong. Because your heart is just wide open at that point. And nobody wants to be hurt. You see what I'm saying? It's all about sitting back and studying yourself. But we live in a world that's working like this. Fast, move. Everybody move. You can't work on yourself. You can't figure out who the hell you are. Because you're so busy doing this. You got to stop. You got to figure out who you are, what you need, what's best for you. And then you can go into a healthy relationship. I went idol at 19 years old, and so I dated a lot of other entertainers. So I knew that wasn't gonna be it for me. I knew I needed somebody that wasn't in the industry, somebody who was going to not try to dim my light, but let my light shine even brighter. I knew I didn't want that type of, not downing any entertainer, but sometimes I think it's best for entertainers to not be with entertainers. And if it works, I'd be like, that's what's up. But for me, that did not work. I knew I needed some guy who was just, you know, in the backs, didn't want to be in the limelight, didn't want all that, could hold his own down. You know, as I got older and I started going through relationships and being in the entertainment business, I started to realize what I needed and what I didn't need. So I believe that we all go through seasons and process. You have to go through the process to get to where you're supposed to be. It's almost like wine. I went wine tasting and I was so intrigued on how they make wine and how it has to go through so many process, like to get to the bottle, it goes through so much. The grapes have to grow a certain way. They have to keep up with that. They go through different colors. Then they have to go through the pressing. Then they have to sit for this amount of time. They go from that machine to this machine and they sit for months and months and months and they go, and that's how life is. We have to go through the process. So I believe that once you figure out who you are and what you want, then you'll start being able to see all of the necessaries to get to the purpose. People want microwavable love. We want microwavable careers. We want microwavable relationships, but that's just a quick fix. Put that sucker in the slow cooker and let it cook and figure out what's for you and what's not for you. Don't try to rush it. And it's hard. It ain't perfect. Relationships ain't perfect. And they're not easy. You know what I mean? You got two different people, two different personalities, You could be a Scorpio. I'm an emotional Cancer. You know what I mean? Sagittarius ain't gonna give you much. They closed up. You know, I can break down signs because I'm into it. But you got two different people trying to be in one, you know what I mean? So I feel like you have to learn how to communicate. Well, I would have to go off of me and my husband. We're friends. We were friends first. So when I first met him, I was determined to go into the situation different. I worked on me first. I got rid of all the past relationships and all the stuff that I was carrying. And in order to, I had to heal. A lot of people wait on people to come to heal them, but it's up to you to sit back and heal. You got to figure out some things that you're doing wrong. So once I did that, I met my husband, and I knew that I wanted to meet somebody that became my friend first. And he was my best friend. So I think communication is key. You have to be able to communicate. You also have to be able to be vulnerable with that person. So any insecurities, anything you're feeling, you have to say, hey, when you did that, kind of made me feel a certain kind of way, and that other person has to be able to receive it and make sure that your partner doesn't feel that way again in love. So communication is key, and being honest with each other and being able to be open, key. Because if you can't be that, then you're faking the funk, and it's not a real relationship. I was looking for what I have now, but I wasn't ready. I had some, you know, some nice relationships where everything wasn't all so bad, but I wasn't ready yet. So what I have now is what I always wanted, and he's just a total package, I'm gonna be honest. Like, he's smart, he fine, he can dress, you know, he speaks well, he walks tall, he loves my kids like they're his. He don't mind watching shows with me, going to my little girly spots. He'll go with me. You know, he's just a total freaking package, I must say. And that's what I always wanted, but I just wasn't really ready back then. That I'm a selfish lover. Can I get an amen, Cancer? We selfish. I want it. I want it now. I want you. I want only you. All of you. You know what I mean? And I had to realize that that's selfish. I can't be selfish. I have to, you know, I have to fall back and let the chips fall where they may and not walk in fear. Because that's another thing is with Cancers, we don't trust. As soon as you show us one sign, we go right up in our shell and we ain't coming out. So I had to stop that. I had to stop that, and I had to understand that my husband was not all the people who hurt me. My husband is not all the fam, you know, all that stuff that I've been through with family and da-da-da-da. So I have to let that go and not give that to him. It doesn't belong to him. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my homie. That's my best friend. That's my king. Like, he's a true king, and I'm a queen with him. So we good. We're straight. We're building. We're building something that we can leave back for our children and their children. We're showing them what a good, healthy marriage looks like, because we both didn't see that growing up. A lot has changed because we now work together. We're partners. We are business partners. When I met him, he was running his own business, and I was doing my rock soul stuff. Nothing was really right on my end, and on his end, there was a lot of shady things going on. So we decided to walk in faith together. Like, let's just do it together. And when you do that, it can be a lot, because he's handling calls, I'm handling calls. I'm independent now. So everything that I'm doing is all me, and that's how I always wanted it. But a lot comes with that. And so you can bump heads with the whole business stuff. And that's when we have to sit back and be like, hey, say, bruh, bring that back together and give me a kiss. I love you. I don't agree, but I love you. Let's make the decision, move on. I was right, you was wrong. And you know, in every relationship, all the girls are right. We're always right.